Hi, I'm Trixie Overcashier, and I've been with this company 19 years. I'm hoping to share just some information with you today, so maybe it will help you in your business. I have a little over 4,200 customers. And what I want to share is that my reorder rate is 97.61%, and my customer retention is 98.18% as of last month. So something that we're doing in our team is working. And I'm thinking that maybe it might be in the follow-up. You've always heard the fortune is in the follow-up. So let me just get some slides up here and hopefully see if we can go through some information that might help you. Okay, here we go. So starting out with your own belief, your belief will determine your posture will determine your attitude will determine your success. And I believe that through and through wholeheartedly. So that's at least a starting point. All right. One of the really valuable tools that I use in my team is the customer follow-up sheet. This has been very effective over all these years, and I believe it duplicates. So what you do duplicates. Whether it's good or bad, it duplicates. So with this customer follow-up, this is for 6 months because I believe it takes 6 months to develop new buying habits and to really get into a routine of shopping. So I cover my clients for 6 months, and that's what I teach my team to do. Now, the company has a wonderful follow-up sheet that's very similar to ours that they have in the download center. So if you go to your website, go to the business center, go to the download center, and I believe it's in the second section, probably like number 24th down, you will find the 4-month follow-up. Basically the same. You can devise your own as well, with all the things that you think are important. So starting with the customer, the phone, the date enrolled, every time I enroll a new customer, that's the information that we'll put on this form. And then the first month would be the month that you actually enroll them. So we want to make sure that everybody gets a quality overview or a great wellness presentation. So that's the first place to start, obviously, because that's where they get all the information about what they're actually getting themselves into, right? Okay, then you're going to make sure that they get set up online properly and that they review their website, that they, actually get their password set up. And then you want to help them shop. I consider ourselves shopping coaches, at least for the first few months. So I even may ask them permission. Hey, I just want your permission to help you shop for the next few months, just to get you into a new shopping habit. I'll always encourage them right up front to watch the foundations video. I believe it's 23 minutes. They get introduced to Frank. They get introduced to the concept of potential earnings. And it may take a customer and turn them into a business partner. So why not have them watch the foundations video? I always suggest it. So you can check that one off. Accept their online signature if they were enrolled online, or make sure that you fax them in so that they're preferred. So this is just kind of a double check to make sure that you've done that. This is great, especially if you're working with new people. Remind them of the free products. Talk about the Learn to Earn videos. If you're going through the website with them on, over the phone while they're looking on their website, make sure you show them where the Learn to Earn videos are. And then exchange phone numbers with them and make sure you have a proper email address for them. Talk about the value pack, which I call the medium pack, and the home conversion pack, which is the large pack. Make sure that they understand they have 2 months to purchase up to 2 of those, and then the deal closes. So I really stress that. I stressed it in the overview, but I stress it again when we go shopping. I even show them where that is on the website so they can easily find it. It's under extra savings, very easy to find. And if they actually are going to order that, I write it over on the right-hand side where it says, the value pack or the home conversion pack. I write that they got it. I write any additional products because I always suggest at least 3 more products to add to those home conversion packs. And I'll list those so I know exactly what they ordered for their first time. And then if I'm local to them, I may even set up a time in a week where I go over and help them unpack it. I did that a lot in the first years of building my business because a lot of that was local. Now, if you're long distance, obviously, you're not going to be able to do that. But in your follow-up call in a week, you're going to want to make sure that you're helping them unpack it and that they, feel comfortable with it. I remember when I ordered mine sat at my front door for a few days. I was a little overwhelmed. Now I say, oh, it's just like Christmas. Go ahead and open up that package and get the bottles out and start mixing things up. It's really just a lot of fun. So make it fun. You're going to want to place them on your emailing list. Now, I have 2 lists that I do. I do a business partner list that they only make it to that list if they've gone through their strategy session, if they've actually taken some action to start building a business. Otherwise, I keep them on my valued customer list. And over the years, obviously, I have had to generate 2 lists for my valued customer list. So when you send out your emails, you're going to blind copy. You don't ever want all of your customers listed on an email. That would just not be okay. And I'm constantly updating that and making sure that the active customers are listed on those emails. So you're going to set up that email, and I just use Outlook. It's very simple. Just add them into a group. So business partners and valued customers. Now, my valued customers are going to hear from me once a week. That's what this sheet is basically telling you. They're going to hear from me once a week in one way or another. So the first week of the month, they're going to get like that month's email. Woohoo! And then the second week, I might just leave a message. The third week, I'm going to send out an email, or I'm going to give them a call if they haven't shopped yet. That last week, if my clients have not shopped, I get nutso. I mean, I'm texting, I'm calling, I am professionally persistent to make sure that they've shopped for their first, and this is the first month, 2 months, 3 months, even 4 months, I'll do that. Because you do know you do not get your 50% commission if your clients do not shop and that emergency order kicks in. I think that's a great rule to have in place, because it forces us to take good care of our clients. And if you don't, guess what? You don't get paid. So I love that is in place. It just forces us to really take care of these new people who are creating these new habits. Now, if they've been a client of mine for over 6 months, they're only going to hear from me once a month. And that's in my first email of the month that I send out, letting them know about the specials, or, announcing that particular month. And I'll be talking about that when I start showing you some examples of the emails. So in this first month, that's basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to check off all of that, make sure that they're comfortable in shopping. And then in month 2, what I like is I set aside every Friday. So Friday is my follow-up day. And you realize once you fill out this form, let's say you enroll Susie and you've got Susie's name up in the customer thing, you've got her date that she's enrolled or the month that she's enrolled, whatever. Now you put it into your folder, like all of my July people are together, all of my August people will be together, all of my September people will be together. So it's very easy for me to go through and do these follow-ups in chunks, and I can talk to them. You get $40 this month, or you get $20 this month, or whatever. I know exactly which clients that I'm following up with, and in their specific time of, their enrollment. So another example is you get up to 2 months to purchase the home conversion packs. So if they didn't get it in their first month, you can bet it's either going to be in the email or it's going to be in my phone conversation that second month, because then the deal closes. That's the words I use. You only get up to 2 of those packs in your first 2 months, and then the deal closes. So make sure you take advantage of it. Smart shoppers do, or savvy shoppers do. I think the terminology that you use is absolutely imperative when you're speaking to your clients. You want to help them to have a great experience with Melaleuca. So I like to set aside Fridays. It can take an hour, maybe 2 hours. Think about it. If you first enroll 20 people very quickly, you're going to have a lot of follow-up in your first 6 months with those folks. Okay, because after that, you're probably enrolling anywhere from 4 to 8 customers in, a month, and that's not as much follow-up. So it's a great routine to be in. Once you're executive director, you're probably enrolling, 2 to 4 clients every single month. You're so busy helping everybody else. So this is, kind of short-lived, but it's really important that you teach it, because what you do duplicates. Good or bad, it duplicates. So this section is kind of going through and saying, okay, so now in month 2, make sure that you remind them that they have $40 worth of free products to be spending just by watching some of those videos. Maybe when you make your phone call in the second week, hopefully you get a hold of them. So call them and just say, and have exactly what you're going to say. You know, hey, what products did you try? What are you liking? I always make notes on here. If you have to flip that paper over and make more notes, go for it. Do it. Oh, they said her son has asthma. Or, you know, I know silly things like her husband works for Ford Motor Company. I don't care. Whatever they tell me, I'm taking notes on, because that makes things more personal. And believe me, you're not going to remember everything. So as people are sharing their information with you, you're going to want to be as personable as possible with these people, so that the next time that you call them next month, you're not going to go, now, is this the lady that I met at the grocery store? Or is this the lady that I met at the daycare center? Or what, you know, which lady was this? You've got notes on your page to be able to help you remember your conversations with these people. And so go ahead and, you know, double check. Now, if you have to leave a phone message, be prepared for that, please. When you make a phone message to somebody, you don't want to be umming and awing. Hi, Jane. This is Trixie with Mel Luca, and you sound like you don't even know what you're talking about. You sound uneducated. So practice. Hit your points. You know, I'm not saying that you need to have a script, but by goodness, you should be at least having an idea of what you're saying to these people. So, you know, hey, I know you got the home conversion pack last month. I want to make sure you at least ordered the tough and tender. And oh, by the way, did you see the special on blah, blah, blah? Or, you know, the sunscreen is on special this month for this amount. Go ahead and leave a nice message for them when you're in your second week of your phone calls and such. And then it brings you to the 3rd month and your 4th month, and you're checking off every single time that you're doing this. And when you're doing this and you're keeping track of it, you're building relationships. You know what? This is also a great opportunity for you to ask them, who do you know that would enjoy using these products the way that you do? Who do you know that is just like you? Or maybe they're so excited and they bought 80 points last month and now they bought 100 points. They're excited. Maybe they want to have an in-home, or maybe they want to refer their family and friends. So it opens up an opportunity. How are you going to know that if you're not touching base with your clients? So it's a great way to stay connected, be connected, and really show that you care. And it doesn't take that much time. It really doesn't. It's not that time consuming. Now I'm going to show you some of my emails, but do not think I have a magic email. I don't. So don't try to write down every word that I say in my email. I'm just giving you ideas, because this should come from you. You should have some sort of a welcome email. This email is going to go out within a day or 2 of your enrollment. So if your enrollment is in the middle of the month, then go ahead and send it, right then. This email should go out and be customized with their name. So where it says welcome, I'll add their name. Welcome, Jane. It's time to learn and earn with online videos. Or if I've noticed that they haven't set up their online account yet, because you can look that up in your follow-up center, I'm going to add that in there. So I'll customize that just for Jane. I'll say, hey, looks like you haven't set up your online account. Let me help you do that. That kind of a thing. And then it talks about shopping online, saves you time, offers extra web specials, and offers more loyalty shopping dollars after month 6. So whatever that information is, go ahead and put it in there. Now, I like to add a couple of attachments. The first couple of times that I'm getting them used to the products, I love the attachment, the 101 uses for Solumel. Everybody in Mel Luca knows about that attachment. So it's floating around out there. If you don't have it, just make sure that you review your copy and make sure that it is got all the spelling properly, okay? Because when stuff like that circulates, sometimes people make changes or whatever, and just make sure it looks professional. So I love that one, the 101 uses for Solumel. I also like the essential oils chart that shows the pricing between the pure essential oils and some of the other companies that are available out there. Sometimes that hooks people into trying the oils, on their second order or such. So I add that in there, but do not add more than 2 attachments to an email. You do not bombard these people with information. You don't want information overload. Remember, simple, simple, simple. This is simply switching stores. You're simply helping them. So keep it simple. So I write switch stores and spend no new money, simply divert money that we were already spending somewhere else. So I'll add some tidbits that I had mentioned in my overview. I will just repeat that a little bit here about the preferred customer shopping program. And it's easy to shop. I give them the 1-800 number. I give them the website once again, because sometimes people spell it wrong. So it's easy just to click a link and then have them put in their email and their password. And then customize your signature. Make sure it comes personally from you. Now, I don't have my full signature on here, but I put my name and then I put my phone number. And then if you want, add a little fun blurb, helping you be well from the inside out. That's one of mine that I've used before. But go ahead and put a little blurb in there. But for goodness sake, do not have your resume at the end of your email. You don't need all that information. Remember, keeping it simple. So that's an idea of a welcome email. These are some attachment ideas. Another attachment that I absolutely love, and this is in the download center right there with the company, is the preferred membership benefits. It's in a PDF file. What a great thing to add to either a welcome email or to their, that first month, the following up. This is a great attachment. So love it. And you can get that right from your Meluka website. I'm also showing you the essential oils comparison chart. There's many out there. Go ahead and use one. Just make sure it's accurate and there's no spelling errors. Another example of an email would be, I like this one because I write on my hand sometimes. I know that's bad, sorry. Solumel gets it out. But sometimes I'll write on my own hand, time to shop. So this cracked me up. This could have easily been my hand. But I try to do cute little blurby things like that so that it's kept in light and I'm not going, get in there and do your shopping. So I will send this in a reminder email, and again, just customize it. I put a ton of ideas on here. You can write, have you tried the organic coffee, the protein powder, the ProFlex? You can add hyperlinks in there. Just don't overdo it. Don't do all of these. These are just some ideas of some. The sunscreen and the bug spray are safe. I'll do that many times in May or June. The season is coming for, those northern states. So that's perfect. Have you tried the pure essential oils? Maybe 1 month I'll just spend time on the pure essential oils. Have you started using the Say Bella skincare? Maybe I'll even put a little blurb in there about one of the products I like. I love the CC cream. And so that might be something that I may put a little blurb in there. But you know what? If it's a guy client, a single guy, you're not going to do that one for him, right? So think about who you're sending it to. And also, always talking about the peak performance pack and such. So these are, again, just some ideas that you can do for a follow-up email. This would be from months 2 to 6. Make sure you're mentioning they're $40 if it's month 2, and they're $20 if it's months 3, 4, and 5. And then when you come to month 6, make sure you are mentioning the 15% kickback, right? Because that's what happens if they shop before the 20th of the month. That's what they're going to get, is that 15% kickback. So make sure you're including that. In this particular one, it says, I wanted to invite you to watch the foundations video in your website. You'll be so glad that you did. I actually put the link in there. So they'll click on it and then they just have to sign in quick, and then it goes to the foundations video. So that's another encouragement to get them to watch it. And you know what? You can see if they've watched it or not. You can actually go into the Learn to Earn dashboard and see if they've watched their Learn to Earn videos. You can do that in month 3 or 4 and go, wow, you are missing out on money, or you're leaving money on the table. So just a little bit of homework there so that you can curtail those exactly to your specific clients. So once a month, I send just a fun email, and it's usually at the beginning of the month. So here's just an example, like that May thing. I just pulled that off the internet. I'll just put the month of May or something about May, and then look under images, and it gives you all different choices. So just take that, put it in the top of your email, and then write what you want. So this one, I said, it's spring. Melaleuca will be launching new products on May 12th at their annual convention. Check the website at that time for new announcements. Here are some suggestions you may want to try this month. And then I put the sunscreen special because that was on special that particular month. And then I also did a little blurb underneath that about sunscreens on the market can be dangerous, blah, blah, blah. So just a little excerpt or blurb that I picked up along the way. So that was May. You can see what I did for August. Hello, August. I want to encourage you to start shopping at least in the beginning of each month for your Melaleuca needs. Here's why, and it's got money. When your first 6 months is up, you will continue to earn a 15% kickback when you shop. Now, this would be a perfect email to be sending someone in their 5th month, because or even in their 6th month, it's getting them into that new habit of shopping by the 20th of the month. This particular one, I also added in some ideas like whatever the coupons were for that month. I think I did it in the next month too, here in September. Happy September. So much to be excited about in a new season. Very short and sweet, you guys. Now, this particular one, I introduced my YouTube channel because I do some YouTube videos for my clients. It's public. You can use them as well. I do just a basic training on the essential oils. I actually did a personal testimony on the frankincense oil that I removed a sunspot from my face. So that one's kind of kooky. You're welcome to use that as well. But I'll post the coupons in there so that people have that available to them. So these are just ideas. This is the once a month. You don't have to make it super hard. And, I go back and I've used ones from years before and just kind of changed them a little bit, like from, last year at this time, I might, send out a similar email. This is one that I did. I was really focusing on the Sabella skincare and cosmetics line and just really talking about the night cream, and that was kind of cool. So that one was just both men and women love this. Top product of the month right now. I think that particular product may have been on sale. So it said, try it one time and you're hooked. And then I put the number on there. I put the stock number so that they could find it very easily. So that was just an idea about that. This checklist, I think, is what duplicates. It's a very simple thing to teach people. I'm not a paperwork girl. I don't like a lot of paperwork, but this has been really helpful to duplicate success in our follow-up. I have to absolutely talk about this. Anytime I train, I always talk about feeding yourself. So you can take care of your business all the live long day, but if you're not personally growing, then you stay stagnant. So I have some recommendations for you. I used to do a book of the month club. I've read a ton of books. If you're not a reader, then you could easily do videos, or you could do audios on tape. These are just some of my many, many suggestions. My very favorite is Jack Canfield, The Success Principles. I actually got that on audio. That's the one I highly recommend if you need tapes to listen to. Matter of fact, I think about like 8 copies of this stack of tapes, and I handed them out to my business partners when I first got excited about it because it's life-changing. And I listen to that at least twice a year on my road trips or, my car rides in between or whatever. But that is an excellent one. I do also have it in a book, but the book is super thick. So it's a little overwhelming and you're like, okay, oh my gosh, that's very overwhelming. But I do like to highlight. So that is an excellent one. Zero resistance selling is one that helped me be emotionally resilient. Really helped me in my mindset to not take things personally. The Secrets of the Millionaire Mind has helped a lot of people in my team who did not have a good relationship with money. They actually felt bad about making money. And believe me, being in ministry many, many years, that is a mindset. For whatever reason, people don't think that, if you're serving God, that you should be wealthy, which is baloney. Be wealthy. The more you make, the more you can give away. So Go for No is also a really great one. That's a little workshop that I've done for years, helping people to just keep going for those yeses, but, accepting that there's, no's are part of the deal as well. And Anthony Robbins, I can't say enough about him. He's my favorite to watch on videos, although his language can be vulgar. I just, block that out, little Miss Goody Two Shoes here. But I do like him a lot. I love how he talks about how you can train your brain. And I'm a huge believer in your words have power and you can train your brain. So here's just some suggestions for you. I hope that helps you. My philosophy is, and I've said it, this is my 3rd time on this particular taping that I'm saying this again. What you do duplicates. Good or bad, it duplicates. Your actions speak louder than words. Personal growth is a daily thing. It's also a lifelong thing. And I want you to know you were created for greatness. So hopefully a little bit of what I've shared with you today will help you to go out and build a business to last a lifetime. Thanks so much for letting me be Trixie with you today.